quest to find gold.
Board the ship. Bring me some moolah.
Cortes had moved to Cuba in 1506 and worked with Diego Velázquez. He made a small fortune by digging gold across the rivers.
Cortes got permission from King Charles V to explore and claim the Aztecs. With an army of 900 men, Cortes set sail. Him and his fleet went to conquer the Aztecs instead of explore, so Velázquez was after them.
Mula, 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 mula.
Cortes reached the east coast of Mexico of today in the city of Yucatan. He had a fight with the Tabascans. The Spaniards were outnumbered, but they had other weapons never before heard in the Americas: cannons and horses.
Tabascans and Spaniards had one thing in common. They wanted to overthrow the Aztec rule, so they made alliance. As a gift, Tabascans offered Spaniards 20 female slaves, one of them Malanali, who played a key role in the conquest for the Aztec.
Where did you receive all this gold? Interesting. Very interesting. I shall rule Tonitsu clan.
After the news of the Spaniards' arrival got to Moctezuma, he sent gifts of welcome, but in reality he was dressing Cortes to be a human sacrifice. An Aztec representative offers Cortes a drink worthy of him: blood.
What is this? Ain't nobody got time for this. Let me show you some of our firepower.
4 of Cortes's men tried to escape. Cortes hung them and dismantled his ships and told the rest of his men there was no way back and only in glory or death. Spaniards hiked through the Mexican forests, finding Aztec temples. The heat was unbearable in the forest. 366 men died, plagued by disease and starvation. Spaniards marched only 20 kilometers a day and slept for less than 5 hours.
A powerful tribe and enemy of the Aztecs, the Tlaxcalans, were given a crossbow, a sign of peace in Spain, but the Tlaxcalans thought it was a sign of war. Over the span of 2 weeks, Cortes and his weakening men battled against 100,000 warriors. The Tlaxcalans said peace is on its way, and the Spaniards kept fighting until, after a couple of days, the Tlaxcalans wanted to make peace. Because of the misunderstanding was out of the way, this was an important alliance for Cortes.
Moctezuma found out about the alliance. He fell into a stunned silence. Then he said, "There is nothing we can do now, my friends. Just wait." After 3 months of traveling, the Spaniards made it to the mountains surrounding the Aztec Empire. Moctezuma sent a bunch of gold to Cortes, hoping it would satisfy him. But it only made the Spaniards want to come to Tenochtitlan more.
Moctezuma offered Cortes and his men some fruits and some gold, and hoped they would leave. Instead, it was the opposite effect. Moctezuma then invited them into the city. Cortes was basically a guest that would never leave, because Spaniards' goal was to conquer the city.
The Aztecs hated Malinali because she gave away all the inside info to Cortes. The news got to Cortes that the Aztecs had attacked Cortes' city 200 miles away. One of Cortes' men violently lunged at Moctezuma. Cortes held him back and pretended he just saved Moctezuma's life. Cortes and Moctezuma discussed the news for hours. Then Cortes arrested Moctezuma. Amazingly, the emperor went with him without resisting. Cortes tortured one of Moctezuma's generals and convinced him to tell the people that Moctezuma had ordered the attack, because at first Moctezuma was denying. Moctezuma was like a puppet leader because he was under control by Cortes.
Cortes convinced Moctezuma to give the Aztec Empire to the King Charles V. The Spanish looted over 100 tons of gold and countless gems and precious stones. When Moctezuma found out about the looting, he was mad and said Cortes to get out of the city. Cortes said no, it's Spain's property now.
Cortes found out that Diego Velázquez was after him. Cortes sponsored for exploration of the Aztecs, not conquering it. So Cortes went to Hispaniola to fight Velázquez instead. He assassinated them during the night. He convinced 900 of Diego's men to be on Cortes' side to conquer. When Cortes came back to the capital 2 months after, 150 men were slaughtered. and the power had been switched over. Enraged, the general of Cortes slaughtered 3,000 Aztecs. The Aztec retaliated, hunting down and killing 600 Spaniards. Thousands of Tlaxcalans were massacred. Smallpox killed over 90% of the Aztecs.
After Cortes heard about all the Spaniards dying, Cortes regrouped his forces and attacked the Aztec. After 3 months of war, Cortes finally won. After winning the battle, Cortes went out to Spain and finally got the recognition he deserved, and he was made the richest man of his time, because 10% of Mexico's wealth went to him. Still, Cortes continued to search for new lands, and eventually died exploring.
This is a message from our sponsor.
Buy a gun.
A gun is a handcrafted and powerful machine never seen before in the Americas.
Buy a gun.
Only $34.50.
Buy a gun.
A musket has round bullets and can kill anyone with one shot.
Buy a gun.
It can shoot 300 yards far and it's super easy to use.
Buy a gun.
This is how you use it.
Buy a gun. Buy a gun.
Buy now from a Spaniard near you.
Buy a gun.
Some conditions apply.
Buy a gun.